I'd like to ask you about Cal Foote. He's played in every game this year, which for a rookie defenseman, you get some ups and downs, but you've had trust him to play every game.
Yeah.
Sometimes rookies hit walls. I know he played in 71 games last year, junior, so it's not the number of games, it's the type of competition. Did Cal ever have a lull in his game, or has he been pretty consistent, start to finish?
I'm very impressed with his progression. He had to get accustomed to the speed of the game. Took him a while, and to adjust to, like, Cal's a young player. Like, he's a late birthday, so the youngest player on our team, and like, you got to adjust to not only the game and new system, but the biggest adjustment for me, it's mentally. Mm-hmm. You come here, and all of a sudden you go from being a star in junior, an older guy in junior, being one of the youngest guy on the ice with pro hockey players on a very young team, and the coach asks you to play 17, 18, 19 minutes, and if you don't get the job, coaches are not happy. So I think he had to adjust to that, you got to do it. And I think he's got way more confidence in himself. I think his mindset is way better. I think when he goes out there and he makes a bad play, it's turn the page and he's ready to play the next shift. And it's something that I believe he has developed well over the year. So stronger mentally, and he's faster, he's more assertive, and he's become a very reliable defenseman for us this year.
And again, never a point where you thought maybe he was down to the point where sit in the stands, watch the game. I mean, day after day, he was there for you.
Not at all. It's a tough position to play. Like, when you come here as a forward, you make mistakes. People don't talk about it. But as a defenseman, it's a breakaway sometimes, or it's a scoring chance, or it's a goal. So the pressure is different. But I think he handled himself very well, and it was a good season for him, a good first season. He played in the playoff with us last year, and hopefully that experience that he's had last year against Toronto will help him out here this year.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I mean, he played a couple games at the end of the regular season and then all 7 playoff games to the Crunch. So what do you think he might have learned from that experience to start this year and then moving forward?
Well, it's the playoff it's a different animal. You gotta be your game, but you gotta be better. And I think he came here last year, and right away we put him out there against a very good Rochester team, an older team. So we had to buckle up and let's go. We're playing, and it's playoffs always do or die, right? So it was a tough situation, but he handled himself very well. Toronto was the best team in the league, obviously. So he had to face a lot of speed, a lot of skills, and so I think it's all part of the process. But I really like where he's at right now, and I think mentally he's at his best in order to have a good playoff.
So how are things starting to look as you're previewing Cleveland? You played them a few times this year, and interesting parallel, Columbus. And down here, same thing.
Yeah, you know what? They're a good team. When you look at their roster, it has evolved a lot. Like, they had, I think at one point we went to Cleveland, I think they had 10 guys available, healthy, but not playing. So it's a team that really come together 2 months ago. They've been in a playoff for 2 months. They had a great playoff push. When you look at their schedule near the end, and when you look at Belleville's schedule, you got to think that Belleville's going to make it. And then they got to beat Charlotte. They got to beat Lehigh Valley. They got to beat all those good teams to make the playoff, and they did. So it shows how good they are, how much committed they are, and how much ready they are. So we know it's going to be Cleveland's a good team. They came together. They know what to do, and we know we're going to have our hands full with them.
How do you see the makeup of your team going into the playoffs? things you're doing well, the things you need to improve on? What's kind of your overview as you take a breath out of the regular season and go into the postseason?
Our identity is speed and skills, and we want to play fast, and we're not going to budge from that. That was our identity all year long, and we want to stay with it. And for us, we feel that what I like about our team right now, we're healthy, we're rested. We had a tough schedule in March, but we really put the emphasis on rest and giving players days off. And again, instead of having 3 practices this week, we're going to have 2. We gave them an extra day today. We want to make sure that mentally they're fresh, their mindset's at the right place, and they're excited to start Friday. I think that's the key. And then it's best of 5. It's always tricky. It's short. You don't have much time to make adjustment and all that. So for us, we got to go play our game. If we have to make adjustment down the road, we will do.
I'm curious how you look at this team as now your third year heading into the playoffs. Where you see them, are they similar a lot of the first 2 years? Are they dissimilar? How do you compare this team?
I don't compare this team with any other team. Like Lindsay, for me, it's playoff time. It's an exciting time, and especially with the season we've had. You got to go into playoff and feel good about yourself. Now, Friday night, 0-0. Nothing count. Do you remember how many points Cleveland had?
Yeah.
I don't, and I don't remember how many points we had. Also,
103.
103?
Franchise record.
102. So, and Lucas told me.
You do know.
Lucas told me. He told me. I didn't know. For me,
that's the franchise record, though, right?
for me, the page is turned. It's 0-0. It's really about. Let's be excited about this Friday. Let's have our mindset at the right place. This is our plan, and our plan is not different than anything else we did all year long. That was our plan. This is how we want to play, and that's our goal, to play like that. And let's be excited to play Friday.
Because you've been to a finals, you know what a good team looks like. Last year, had a good team. You lost to Toronto, they're champions. So you kind of have a feel for what a championship caliber team should look like. 2 weeks ago you thought Syracuse would lose in 2 games in the first round, not even 3. And then the other night you're very happy. So I'm just trying to get a feel for.
Don't put words in my mouth. I never said that.
Can folks expect to be excited about a long playoff run based on what you've seen from this team?
I'm excited for Friday. That's what I'm excited for. I'm excited for tomorrow. Tomorrow it's we're going on the ice, and it's we had a meeting with our group today. They are excited. And preparation's always an interesting moment to have a feel for your team and see how they look and where is the mindset. And so I think right now it's at the right place, and it's going to be for us to be excited and have a good start.